Okay, today's good person to know is Javier. He's Vice President Marketing at Coca-Cola Europe, who centered his talk around brand ownership, which he says is about who manages the brand and the message you want people to fall in love with. Javier said the advertising industry had seen a tremendous shift in control in that people decided if they wanted to see an ad or not. And so now companies have to make ads that people want to see and share. Coca-Cola saw this as an opportunity and they completely radicalized the way in which they branded themselves, and they introduced a new concept which we're all familiar with, their Share a Coke campaign. He said one of the great signs of a good campaign is when people take that creative, adapt it and share it with other people, and they get more views than the original creative. I have to say it's extremely risky and brave for a company to lessen their brand controls like that, but in doing so, Coca-Cola has seen unprecedented growth. Javier said one of the most difficult things they needed to overcome was get approval because it broke all the guidelines, but it's worked. Although the process of getting all the technology in place took 12 months, once they did, it opened up new initiatives like their Say It With a Song campaign, which is absolutely awesome. And did you know they even have a radio station? This is a fantastic video for anyone who needs that little bit of a push to think that much more creative. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.
Brand ownership is about who manages the brand and how we set up the message that we want to send to people's brains to make them fall in love with. And it has changed quite dramatically over the last 10 to 15 years. There has been many changes throughout the history, but probably this period in time, the last probably 5 years has been the most intense ones, but not just for us. I mean, it has been very intense for the entire advertising industry. We had to adapt to the change that is coming at speed light towards the marketing departments. Particularly in the last 3 or 4 years, there has been a tremendous shift in terms of control. And people today don't see advertising if they don't want to share. The creativity as well as storytelling is shifting the way in marketing quite dramatically, I think.
They drink it at all, but nothing to consider. They forget my name. They call me Help. They call me Stacy. They call me Her. They call me Jane. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me Swagger, but I'm a like that. Mary Jo Lisa, always the same. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. They call me Help. They call me
You know, let me tell you something. It was one of the most difficult things to get approved. All the departments, it was just breaking basically all the guidelines that we had in the Coca-Cola company. It was like, no, you cannot do that. I mean, there is going to be issues with recognition, trademark protection, and by the way, what's going to happen with the people that cannot find their names? It was a beautiful way to prove to us, to start with, the power of the new marketing era. One of the ultimate signs of success when you do a marketing campaign is when people get your piece of creative, play with it, and then disseminate it again, and then they get a significant higher views by adapting the creative that you have.
They call me Help. They call me Stacy. They call me Her. That's not my name. They call me Swagger, but I'm a like that. Mary Jo Lisa, always the same. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my.
When we put together the Share a Coke campaign, you probably don't know this, but it required a big change in the way we were manufacturing physically the bottles. So we developed all that technology in basically about 12 months time. And then we said, okay, what else can we do with this technology? So it was the reverse thinking. And then we came up with the idea of saying with the song.
I'd like to dedicate my next song to Julia. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's one in every Coca-Cola bottle.
The marketing team developed is having pieces of songs on the labels, and people can download the song and send that through the mobile telephones to friends. Producing songs real time. So you make up a sentence, send that back to Coke. In literally 5 minutes, we produce the song, send that back to the person that was asking for it, so that person can send that to the loved ones. It was massive. It was another example, locally produced ideas. People are absorbing content at a speed that is probably 10 times faster than we can produce. And one of the ideas we have is precisely filling every bottle, every can with a little bit of happiness, meaning content that people can share. It's not just sending messages that make people buy the product, but having messages in the product that people buy. A few years ago, it would be completely unthinkable just to generate radio stations for manufacturers. Just from the point of view of legal rights and government compliance, today is something that anyone literally can do.
That's how La Buena Tuitera knew about the New Direction show on Coke's FM and decided to enter the contest live from McDonald's. How is it possible open such happiness? The platform broadcasts 24/7 for all Latin American region, live from 6 radio headquarters located in Bogotá, San Jose, Quito, Caracas, Santiago, Lima, and Buenos Aires.
My boss in Atlanta, Joe Tripodi, always says that the recipe for failure is when the change outside goes faster than the change inside. Unless we change as fast as the change outside, we're always going to be lagging behind. In reality, marketing hasn't changed that much. The fundamentals of marketing are still the same. It's about listening to people and then answering back. It's just that the dialogue is going much faster right now. I mean, a few years ago, you had time to listen, about a couple of months, and then time to answer, another 3 or 4 months. Now, the speed of the dialogue has been compressed to about a few minutes.